Hello, 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 and welcome and happy Sunday on, what is it, February 4th, 2024. Super excited to be with you here this evening or wherever you are in the world, whether it's evening, daytime, or afternoon. Once again, I'm super excited to be here with you. For those of you who do not know who I am, Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, Reiki teacher, card creator, card reader, licensed and certified holistic personal trainer, medical astrologer. The list goes on and goes on and goes on. I am also the founder of Holistic Fitness in Queens. And for those of you who wish to check out some of my other services, you can click on my my website. I can't really click on it. You can write it down and go check that out. So it's up there for you for right now. So if you want, just go ahead and write it out. Holistic Fitness NY.com. Remember, it's with a W, which is very important. So let's bring this back on. Let's hide that. And we're going to hide this. And we're going to come back with this. There we go. There we go. So get all the important things out of the way, shall we say. So again, I'm super excited to be here with you tonight, as tonight's title is the Aquarius Portal. Now, I am going to just check in and make sure I am streaming where I want to be streaming, so everybody and anybody can view tonight's show. Tonight's live, for that matter. So let me check in on Twitter. And as soon as I check in wherever I need to be, I will then give you my undivided attention. As tonight's topic is a fun one, it's informative, and I do encourage you to grab a pen and paper so you can take down some notes, or always come back and watch in the replay and take down notes. So I am streaming on Twitter, so if you are there, go ahead and hit that little heart. Let me know that you are there. Leave a comment or two. Let's go over to YouTube and see if I am streaming there as well. I will land on my Facebook page, and I am streaming on YouTube as we speak. So for anyone who is on YouTube watching, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Share the show out. And if you are going to leave comments there, I will come back at some point or another, or I will open up my page so I can see those comments. And now let me go and check out Facebook and make sure I'm streaming there as well. Lots to cover, lots to take care of when we go live, especially being on so many different platforms, which makes this so much more exciting and fun. All right, so I am going to see who is around tonight. I'm live. So let's see. Call in just a few people. And then we're going to get this party started. All right. Give everybody a few minutes to come on and play, as this is what I'm doing tonight. I am playing, I'm sharing insight with you based on this amazing energy that we do have going on, that we are literally going to be entering as of tomorrow, February 5th, 2024. That actually begins the portal process of Aquarius energy. Now, if in case you're not familiar with what a portal is, a portal, from my perception anyway, is when the spiritual realm and the human realm really do meet in the middle, where we have a better connection, an easier connection to connect with spirit, whether it's through listening, seeing, feeling, smelling, tasting, the overall connection of just knowing things and you don't know how you know them. These are amazing portals that take place. What's making this particular energy a portal is that we will have, by February 16th, we will have 5 planets in Aquarian energy. Now, anyone who does have Aquarian sun, moon, rising sign, also known as ascending sign, you are definitely going to feel this portal energy, because there will be a lot of energy activating your chart. I also want you to pay attention to your 11th house energy and Leo energy as well. Why do I say Leo energy? Leo is the opposition of Aquarian. So those of you who do have sun, moon, ascending / rising sign in Leo, you're also going to feel this energy as well. In addition to all of this energy that we are feeling, there's reasons for this, and it's really fun and exciting, and it helps us to take the steps that we need to take to get to where we want to go. Like the real expression is taking the steps to get to the other side of the road. That's exactly what this is going to help us all do, and it's an exciting time. This is, from what I understand, a once-in-a-lifetime energy where we've never had these many planets sitting in Aquarius energy at one time in at least our lifetime. And that's another reason why it also activates this portal energy. I also want you to keep in mind that by the end of the week, we will also have, let me just give you the stats for sure. By the 9th of February, we will also have the new moon in Aquarius as well. So we'll have that energy floating as well. So by that period of time, by February 9th, we will have Pluto, the Sun, Mercury, and the new moon. That's 4 planets that are going to be sitting in Aquarius energy. And then by the 13th, Mars will be joining them, which will make it 5. And then by the 16th, we will also have Venus, which makes it 6. Now, out of the 6 planets that will be joining Aquarius, keep in mind that the new moon's energy only will stay with that portal period for roughly 3 days, give and take. The big players are Mercury, Mars, and Venus, and of course Pluto. Let's not forget Pluto. Those are the bigger players because they're going to stay along Aquarius energy for a little while, helping us, getting us along, and again, across the road to where we're going to be going. So let me just give you a little bit of breakdown, a little bit of information to what this actually means for each and every one of us on whole, collectively speaking. When we talk about Mercury's energy, we talk about communication, we talk about scheduling, we talk about traveling. Mercury is also responsible for technology as well. And the energy that Mercury is going to be playing with Aquarius is all about looking back at your patterns. Looking back at your patterns. What patterns do you have? How are those patterns serving you? And what are you willing to do to change those patterns, especially if they're not serving you? So again, where is Mercury on your natal chart? What house is Mercury in on your natal chart? For me, I have Mercury in my 8th house, which is about endings and new beginnings and major transformations. So when we speak about endings, new beginnings, and major transformation, then yes, I just want to double check something just to be sure. Yes, wanted to double check the housing. So for me, this is really about me reviewing things that need to end, whatever patterns I may have. So if there's a pattern that I have relating to, let's say, work or even my personal life in regards to how I communicate, how I share, how I listen, and that pattern no longer serves, that may be the very thing that Mercury's energy is going to help sweep away. So again, I ask you to take a look at your house placement to where Mercury is on your chart. Whether you have Aquarius in it or not, take a look at where Mercury is, because even though you may not have Aquarius in that section, you are definitely still going to benefit from the energy that Mercury comes and plays in with Aquarius. So again, do not think you're exempt from this Mercury's energy moving into Aquarius. We all have Mercury on our chart, and it's someplace in a house from 1 to 12, paying attention to what houses it's in. And at some point, I will give you the definition, a one-word definition for each house, going from the 1st house all the way down to the 12th house, to give you a better understanding to the theme that these planets are going to play in Aquarius energy for you. The next planet I want to bring to the table as we speak on, is Mars energy. As I said, Mars will be entering Aquarius as of February 13th, the day before Valentine's for those who celebrate. And what does this mean? What is this going to help us with? This is going to help us with how do I'm going to use I, or how do we align to taking the steps to move ahead. So remember, Mercury is about looking at patterns. Mars is going to help us really take a look at how can we be aligned so we can move forward. So as Mercury helps us remove the patterns, Mars is going to come in to help us become more aligned to taking the steps to move forward. Now, before I move on to my next statement, I just want to say hello to anyone who's joining in with me right now. I see that Diana is here, and I see Emmanuel. I'm going to say your name wrong. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't think it's Emmanuel, but something like that. Please forgive me. Say hi, and like I always say and ask, if you happen to know your house placements for these planets that I am speaking on today, put those that information in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I like to get to know you. So when we think about Mars energy, again, whether you have it in Aquarius or not, you are still going to be influenced by this energy. Every one of us are going to feel this energy taking place. Those of us who have the energy in Aquarius in itself will feel it more so. Now, I happen to only have Aquarius. I only happen to have my Moon and Mercury in Aquarius. My Mars and Venus are not in Aquarius. So anyway, so the energy, again, I like for you to look at is take a look at where you do have Mars. What house is Mars in your chart? For me, I have Mars in my 10th house, which is associated with Aries. Now, a little bit of information about that. The 10th house is about the work that I'm here to do, my soul work, the contracts that I have signed, and what contracts may need to be more aligned once Mercury comes in and gets me out of my patterns. So that's that energy, my soul's work, where Mars is going to give me the energy, the kick in the butt, so to speak, and light the fire within me for me to take the steps that I need to take so I can bring things into alignment regarding my soul's work. Now, before I move into Venus energy, I do want to remind you about Aquarius energy, what Aquarius is all about. Aquarius is about your vision, the vision that you hold for yourself as the best version of who you are already, seeing yourself as that best version. It's also about your community, and it's also about being able to be patient enough to align yourself with your tribe that's going to support you and cheer you on whatever it is that you're doing in your journey going forward. And that's what this energy is about when we talk about Aquarius. Aquarius is the we. This is not about you doing anything alone anymore. This is really about looking out for your tribe. Go find your tribe. Find those people that are going to root you on and support you for whatever it is you're trying to do, trying to accomplish during this, not just the season, but overall for this next 20 years. After all, we are in the age of Aquarius. Now let's talk a little bit about Venus energy, as Venus will be entering Aquarius on February 16th, 2 days after Valentine's. And Venus is the planet of love. It's about beauty. It's about how you value yourself, how you respect yourself. It's about all the relationships you have with yourself, with others, and of course money. And Venus is about money as well. So now what's Venus going to help us with as it enters Aquarius? It's all about the body. It's all about the vision. It's all about that connection that you do have with your body. Now, one thing for sure, and I preach this as a holistic personal trainer, when you feel comfortable enough in your own body, your own skin, you are really able to show up with confidence. And confidence is big. Confidence is huge. When you show up with confidence, you're willing and ready to express yourself. You're willing and ready to be seen. You're willing and ready to be heard. There's so many people right now that literally hide behind their cameras with their cameras sort of off. And ask yourself, when you are in an event, you're at an event, you're on a Zoom event where You have the option to have your camera on or off. Are you the type to have your camera off because you just don't want people to see you? You know, you're shying away from being seen. Well, this is such Venus and Aquarius energy. This is really about showing up so you can be seen, showing up that you can be heard, showing up that you can be vocalized, so showing up that you can be who you are without being judged, and everyone sees you as your best version of you anyway. So paying attention to that Venus energy. Again, I want to say hello to everybody and anyone that has shown up. I do want to take a moment because I'm not seeing any comments on my phone right now, so I want to just go and give myself permission so I can see comments. So bear with me 1 second because I did not activate my StreamYard on my phone, and I do want to get to see comments. I'm sure you guys are leaving comments, and hopefully those of you did have an opportunity to let StreamYard show your name so the comments can show, so I can see the comments. So now I'm going to go back and make sure that I can now see comments. Because I was seeing you guys picking, now I can see the comments. Yay. Hello there, Linda. How are you? Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Again, for those of you who do know your natal chart and you do know where your placements are for Mercury, Venus, and Mars, I would love for you to place that down in the comments, the house that it's in. And if there's any other planets sitting in that house, feel free to put that in the comments. And I'm going to do my best to give you some insight. Because again, understand when we talk about the planets and the house placements, you may not have Aquarius in that house placement. And you may have other planets there as well. So let's say, for example, like for me, I have, for Mars, I have that in Aries in my 10th house. So the Aries energy plays a big role because Aries is about self, how I want to be seen. My first impression that I want to make to every one of you. I want to make sure you're all seeing me in this authentic, transparent way. And then I show up expressing myself and sharing the very gifts that I was given to share, the contracts that I have signed on for, so I can share it out for each and every one of you. That's that Aries energy. And do you understand, not to get off topic here, we have Chiron, which is the asteroid of the wounded healer, and then we also have our North Node in Aries, which is about the work that we are actually here to do. So pay attention to whatever other planets or zodiac signs that are associated with any of the major energies that are coming through for this portal. So as I mentioned, we have Venus entering Aquarius on February 16th, and that is really going to help us tap into our body system and see ourselves as the best version of who we are. So my question is, where is Venus on your chart? I happen to have Venus in my 9th house, very much associated with my sun energy and my North Node. So there's a lot going on in my 9th house energy that's going to be activated based on this Venus and Aquarius. And this is what I mean by when I use the word activated. It means that anything in that house, anything in that section is going to be, I'm going to use the word lit up on fire, lit up in general. And this is going to help us get to the other side of the road based on this energy we are experiencing. So it's so important to pay attention to what's on your natal chart. Now, if you're not familiar with your natal chart, I encourage you to get familiar with your natal chart. To start off with, just by going and getting yourself a natal chart, and you can do that. I'm going to pull up the site that makes it really easy. You can go right over there, astro.com, click on that link, fill out the information they ask you for. It's a free chart. Once you have it, screenshot it, and then you'll always have it. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, am I going to be able to understand it? Now, I know for me, my first impression, my first experience of reading my natal chart for the very first time, it was quite interesting. The mentor I was working with back then, I literally handed it back to him and said, this is pretty, but I don't know what any of it means. And he literally did a step-by-step with me to teaching me how to read my natal chart. So there again, the site that you can get your free natal chart, that is astro.com. Please go ahead and get yourself one So this way here, when you come and you sit in with me live, you can participate by putting your information in the comments. So this way I get to know you a little bit more, and you can play along. You can definitely play along. So again, this energy that we do have coming in, I want you to pay attention to. Now, I did mention that the moon will be entering into Aquarius on the February 9th, and the moon itself is about how you feel. So whatever your moon sign is, I happen, as I mentioned, have Aquarius in my moon sign. So that moon energy for the night is going to be extremely powerful for me, because it is going to light up, like I said, my Mercury energy, which is in Aquarius, and my moon's energy. It's going to light it up. It's going to actually help me tap into whatever patterns I may have and how I feel about those patterns. And is this the time for me to start working on letting those patterns go? Remember that Mars is going to help us realign our energy so we could take the step that we need to take to move forward. Now, I have my moon sign in my 7th house. 7th house is about balance, harmony, and examining all of my contracts. When I use the word contracts, contracts that I have personally and professionally, with my community, with my tribe. This is a perfect time, again, going over those contracts and seeing what's working and what's not working. So again, I ask you, what is your moon sign, and do you have your moon sign in Aquarius? What house is your moon sign in? I also want you to pay attention to your 11th house energy. Your 11th house is being lit up just because the 11th house represents Aquarius energy. So I'm going to take a look at my 11th house. In my 11th house, in theory, I have both Taurus and Gemini. I do not have any planets there. However, both Taurus and Gemini, that's pretty big. Taurus energy is about the relationships that I do have with the physical material possessions that I do own. It's also about the relationship that I have with myself, the relationships I have with others, relationship with money, and the relationship with my body. So that's actually going to, play a big role with the Venus energy, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And then we have Gemini, where I have Gemini in my 11th house as well. No planets there. Gemini is about my communication. And Mercury is the ruler to Gemini. So again, that house is going to be activated as well. And the 11th house associated with Aquarius is about your community. It's about how you hold the vision with your community. What does your community support you with? Is your community supporting you at all at this time? Do you have your tribe that's cheering you on as you're doing what you are doing? And I also want to bring one more planet into play here when we speak about Aquarian energy. Uranus is the ruler to Aquarius. Now, Uranus is the planet known as the awakening, the chaos as well. And when we speak of chaos, I like to look at it as the chaos that goes on in our lives. And that chaos shows up because it's really the universe's way to nudge us, to get us so uncomfortable that we are truly ready to change something. If you are ever in that space where you feel uncomfortable, and that's because you have chaos going on in your life, whatever area of your life, that is really the universe knocking at your shoulder or knocking at your door saying, are you uncomfortable enough now to literally do something to change your situation? That is the big question. Changing your situation. Uranus is also about breaking all the rules. Breaking all the rules. So what rules do you want to break when it comes to all of this energy that's going to be sitting in Aquarius energy? This is an amazing, powerful time to take a look at, to take a peek at. And then in addition of Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the Moon, we already know Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto has entered into Aquarius on January 20th. Will stay in Aquarius until October 12th, I believe, until about November 21st-ish. And it will then backspin into its retrograde back into Capricorn. And we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get closer. We got a little while before that happens. But I would like you to take a look at your house placement for Pluto as well. What house is that in? For me, I have Pluto in my third house. And when I think about it now, as it's being brought to my attention, third house, Mercury, and Gemini, they all have something in common. And what is that? They're all connected. Third house is associated with Gemini energy, and Mercury is ruled. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini energy. So Pluto being in my third house, associated with Virgo energy, which is really about Pluto is transforming the way I communicate, the way I connect with each and every one of you, and also the way I connect with my body and how I teach every one of you about your body. So that's a big shift right there. That's an aha moment for me when we think about it. And when you understand and know how to navigate with all of the planets and all the different houses, you can start to put the pieces together and then better understand what this energy is going to help you with at the time when we're going through this magnificent portal. So what I like to do now is I like to spend some time going through all the astrological signs to give you some insight based on your astrological sign, where Aquarius is. If you want to bring in your sun, moon, and ascending sign into this, feel free to do so. Where whatever the card is that shows up for any of that, know that the cards are there to give you some insight. The cards are there. Each card has a specific color associated with it to help you work on your chakra system. If there's something going on with a particular chakra that may feel a little stagnant or blocked, this is an opportunity to work on clearing that chakra out. And before I go and do all that, I do want to share a funny story that happened the other day. Most of the time when I come and do a live, whether it's here or actually host my show, Joanne Sealing Within, I often ask the question, and it's 3 questions. I ask you, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How are you being? Very powerful questions when you think about it. How are you feeling? Tap into your feelings. How are you actually feeling? How are you doing? What is it you're doing in your day? Are you doing something powerful? Are you doing something amazing? What are you doing in your day? And how are you being? The being part is, are you being amazing? Are you being strong? Are you being outrageous? Are you being curious? Very strong, important questions that I do ask. And I bring this up because the other day I was out and about for dinner, and I was at one of my favorite diners, known as Uncle Bill's Diner, located in Queens, and the address is 30-17 Stratton. I hope I said that right. Stratton Street, Queens. And want to give them a shout out because some of the customers and also some of the workers are constantly asking me about those 3 questions. And I find it so powerful and so exciting and honored that people are actually watching, whether they're watching here on my lives or they're watching on my show. Either way, I'm very grateful to know that there are people who are watching and paying attention to what it is I am sharing out there. So I thank them very much. And of course, I thank all of you as well who's sitting with me and watching and taking time away from whatever it is you could be doing and spending time here with me. I want to say hello to Ann that just popped in. So right about now, as we're about just 30 minutes in, I am now going to share the cards for each zodiac sign. And remember, you can pay attention to your sun, moon, and ascending sign. You can pay attention to where Mercury is. You can pay attention to Mars, Venus, Pluto. All of that is going to play a role. So let's look at it this way. Your sun, moon, ascending sign, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. So you're looking at 6 different placements. And let's not forget Pluto, 7 different placements. So that's possibly 7 different cards, unless, of course, these planets are all sitting in one zodiac sign. Like I have the moon and Mercury in one zodiac sign. So I'm asking you to pay attention and, again, go back and look at your natal chart so you can play along, and even more importantly, you can work on healing whatever needs to be healed. So, for example, again, I'm going to run by this as well so you're aware. When we speak of Mercury energy, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So if you have Gemini as your sun, moon, or ascending sign, that's going to tap into that energy for you. So any place you have Gemini on your chart, that is tapping into that Gemini energy. Gemini is associated with the 3rd house, so take a look at your 3rd house energy as well. So there's multiple positionings here for you to pay attention to. When we speak of Mars energy, Mars is the ruler of Aries and associated with your first house. So you want to pay attention to what's in your first house. And you also want to pay attention to Aries because it rules Aries energy. Venus, now Venus has two planets. Venus is the ruler of Taurus and Libra. Taurus and Libra. Now Taurus is associated with the second house. Libra is associated with the seventh house. So there's lots of planets when we talk about it. Lots of planets when we talk about this energy. So I want you to pay attention to all of that when I am pulling the cards for those zodiac signs. So we're not just speaking of the Aquarius energy, and yes, we are speaking of the Aquarius energy, but I want you to also become more familiar with your natal chart. So we're looking at Gemini's energy, we're looking at Aries energy, we're looking at Taurus and Libra's energy as well, because that's where these energies are. Oh, and let me not forget Pluto. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, so we're going to also look at your Scorpio energy, and it's associated with the 8th house energy. So pay attention. So right off the bat, we're looking at about 5 different, even more, areas on your chart. However, to keep it simple for you if you're new at this and just really starting to learn your chart, just take a peek at your Aquarius energy. What's in your Aquarius energy? What's in your 11th house energy? And pay attention to that. You can always eventually learn about the other planets and how to play with those. And I like to put this out there as well for anyone who's interested. If you've never experienced a complimentary 15-minute self-growth discovery session from me, or any type of complimentary 15-minute session, this is an opportunity where you can redeem that session. And all you have to do is my email scrolling right across the board. All you have to do is email and put in the memo that you saw this live, the Aquarius Portal live. You must put that in the memo so I know that you were watching this live. And I will definitely send you my calendar so you can schedule that 15-minute complimentary session. If you do not put in the memo the Aquarius Portal live, I'm not going to know who you are, and there's a good probability that I may skip it right over the email because I do get a lot of emails in my day. So please, 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 if you want me to pay attention to your email, please put an Aquarius Portal live in the memo, and I will pay attention. All right, we're going to start with Aries. So the card for Aries. And keep in mind, if you have Mercury, Mars, Venus, or Pluto in your Aries house, this card's for you. And it's about spiritual career. Spiritual career. Now, we talk about Mercury's energy. Mercury is helping us to review the patterns that we have. What patterns do you have? We're talking about Mercury's energy is very much associated with the throat chakra. The things we are saying, the things we are learning, the things we are listening to. What are you listening to? Are you aligned with your spiritual career? Are you aligned with your soul's purpose? That 7 energy is about balance. Your spiritual career is going to bring you more into balance to what it is you're here to be doing in this lifetime. The double 7 is 14, which is 5. This is about a change coming through regarding your spiritual career. This is a change that's coming through regarding your spiritual career. So pay attention to this Aquarius portal that's coming through and see what's going to change for you. That's the Aquarius energy. So pay attention to that. The spiritual career. And when I speak of spiritual career, it doesn't necessarily have to be about healing or astrology. It could just be about something that you do and you love doing it. And even if you didn't get paid to do it, you would still want to do it. So pay attention to that. Moving into, and remember for you Aries who happen to have Mercury or Mars or Venus or Pluto in your section, in your house placement, keep in mind that we do have the North Node and Chiron in that energy as well. So that's lighting up your energy field as well. As we move into Taurus, now for you Taurus, besides what's going on here, pay attention to that we have Jupiter and Uranus playing a big part in your energy too. And Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So that's a big energy. Your card is so interesting. Your card, Taurus, is spiritual guidance in reverse. So this is really about taking time to sit. Sit and connect with your guides, your spirit guides, to gain the insight that you need to gain. This is really about that Mercury energy, helping you to let go, review some of your patterns. That green energy is about the heart. So working on letting go of whatever is making your heart feel heavy or uncomfortable. 3/4 is that 7 energy, which is all about bringing more things into balance. So connecting with your spirit guides so you can find balance through this Aquarian portal that we are experiencing. Remember this portal? The energy starts to open up tomorrow on the 5th, and the big massive part of this portal literally will be taking place between February 16th right through the 20th, because that's the short period of time when we're going to have all these planets literally sitting in Aquarius. So really 4 days where we're going to experience this massive portal. And why only 4 days? On February 20th, February 20th, the sun energy will be moving out of Aquarius and moving into Pisces. So that's why this portal is very short, but it's a very short and effective portal. So Taurus, pay attention. Remember the cards in reverse. So you do want to pay attention to your resistance. And you definitely want to work on working your heart center. Gemini energy. So for you Geminis out there, because of that Mercury energy being your ruling sign, this is big energy for you. And I want to just go back a moment when we talk about Aries and Taurus. Remember Aries, Mars is your ruling sign, and Taurus, you got Venus being your ruling sign. So you're going to definitely feel these. Anytime we have energy that's activating our ruling, our ruler sign, our ruling planet, this activates the energy for you as well. And I use the word activate. I like that word activate because it really does light things up. It's like taking the spark plugs and bringing them together so things turn on. So Gemini, how will Mercury help you tap into your patterns? And how will you be utilizing Mars energy so you can be more aligned, so you can step forward and move forward? And then that Venus energy, tapping into your body to learn how to connect with your body so you can listen to the messages your body does give. An interesting card for Geminis. This is about listen and truth. Listen and truth. What do you need to listen to? And it's time to speak into your truth. That is a card for Gemini. Listen and truth. What do you need to speak your truth about? And what do you need to listen to? The chakra here is a solar plex energy. So this is really about trusting. Trusting into whatever it is you need to listen to. 3 energy very much associated with your actual sign. The 3rd house is associated with Gemini energy. 3rd house is associated with Mercury. So some big stuff there for you Geminis. Pay attention. What is it that you need to listen to? Whether it's listening to your inner voice, listening to your body, it's time to be truthful to yourself. Love that card for Geminis. As we move into our Capricorns, I'm sorry, I skipped right over everything, right? As we move into our Cancers. Now, for you Cancers out there, know that your ruling planet is the moon. So that is definitely activating your home. And I speak of home in reference to your actual shelter, family and friends, your body, and also the work that you are here to do. The new moon that's coming through in Aquarius energy, how is that going to activate and illuminate your Cancer energy? Where is Cancer on your chart? Now, interesting, for me, I have Cancer in my in my 1st house because Cancer is my ascending sign. So it is really about how I want to be seen in my home, how I want to be seen in my career, and how I want my family to see me. and how I see my body. Let's see for Cancer. Higher education. That is so perfect. Now, when I use the word higher education, it's about higher wisdom. Higher wisdom, tapping into the higher wisdom, using the moon's energy to help you tap into the higher wisdom, connecting with your Aquarian tribe so you can really tap into your higher wisdom. This is not about the ego. This is not about logic. This is about your wisdom. That 3-6, that 9 energy, this is perfectly aligned with letting go. What patterns can you let go of? So you can be more aligned, so you can take the next step to move forward. How can you trust your body enough to listen to your body, to embody your body and visualize, be the visionary of what it is you want to see for yourself? And be able to drop down into your heart so you can be more in compassion and enjoy for yourself. So that's the Cancer energy. Love that. Remember that 9 energy is about letting go, and it's also about recognizing and understanding how your dreams come through. Be aware of your dreams, Cancers. So if you pen and paper at your bedside, pay attention to those dreams, write them down. There's some interesting messages that will be coming through, especially during the energy of the new moon. All right, Leos, as I've mentioned before, because you happen to be the opposition of Aquarius, this energy is very powerful for you as well. So let's see what you Leos need to know for this energy that's coming through. And do note that when we talk about Leo energy, the sun rules Leo energy. And the sun is very much associated with the solar plex energy, which is all about trusting this process. So here's the card for Leos. Communication. Communication. And when we think of communication for Leos, this is about being playful in your conversations. Playful in conversations. And recognizing the patterns that are showing up for you during your communication. How are you communicating? What is it you're saying? That 1-2, that 12 is another portal energy, reminding you of your leadership role, your partners, and the collaborations that are going to be coming through. That energy of the 3 again moves right back into your Mercury energy. What patterns do you need to look at when it comes to communication? How are you communicating? Are you communicating? Is there something you need to say that you're not saying? That could be a pattern that you have that you avoid the conversations that you need to have. So drop into your heart center, give yourself compassion and grace, and learn to communicate and let go of the patterns of not communicating. Love that for Leos. As we move into our Virgo energy, now for Virgos, you do have some powerful energies in your energy field. Thanks to your opposition sign of Pisces, that's holding a lot of energy between Saturn and Neptune. When we talk about that Virgo associated with the 6th house, which is about your body system as well. And let's also note that Virgo is ruled by Mercury's energy too. So it is really the process of communicating with your body. So pay attention to that Mercury energy as well. What is your body telling you? And what is it that you need to do for your body so you can be more embodied with your body? So let's see what's in store for our Virgos. Perfect card for Virgos. Health. Health. So being that Mercury is the ruling sign for Virgos, how can you work on taking a look at your patterns and what patterns do you have that may be creating some issues regarding your health? Now, when I use the word health, it could just be relating to physical discomforts that's showing up in your body. Hold on, I want to get a drink. So this is a big card for you, and paying attention to it. That 33 is a reminder that this is about being the master sacrificer. Sacrificing something so you can have better health. Taking care of yourself so you can have better health. The orange energy is about your sacral energy, so it's about the wound that you do have, working on letting go of whatever you need to let go from your childhood, and allowing yourself just to work on healing and nurturing your body, your mind, your spirit. And again, let go of some of those patterns you might be carrying that can help you feel better. That 6 energy is very much associated with the Virgo system, your body system, scheduling time to take care of yourself. I love that for Virgos. Moving into our Libras. And as mentioned, when we speak about Libra energy, we do have the South Node there. So that's a biggie. And also, Venus rules your sign. So it is about the relationship that you do have with your body, how you value yourself, how you value others. It's about beauty as well. And of course, the relationship you have with money. So when we talk about that Venus energy, stepping into your body and envisioning yourself, bringing more balance into your body. And here's your card. Being the leader of your body. Being the leader of your body. Take control is what I'm hearing. Take control. To bring your body back into balance. What patterns can you take a look at from Mercury's energy? How can you utilize Mars to bring you back into alignment with your body and step forward so you can be the leader? 55 is your soul's purpose, your soul's calling. Moving into your soul's calling. Dropping down into your root chakra so you can feel more grounded and supported by the earth and by your community as well. So paying attention. That 10 energy is very much associated with the Capricorn's work. Your soul's purpose, what you're here to achieve as the leader. This is the card for Libra's energy. So those of you who carry Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or if you have any of the major planets that are playing right now in Libra, please pay attention to that. For those who are just popping in right now, say hello. Let me know that you are here with me. For whatever the reasons are, I'm not seeing comments again. I was seeing them for a little while, and then they disappeared. So I don't know what that's about. Please say hi to let me know you are here. We're moving into Scorpio's energy. And again, remember for you Scorpios out there, Pluto's a big player here. Pluto's going to be a big player for a very long time, for that matter, as we are in the age of Aquarius. And Pluto will be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. So we're going to be playing with Pluto till about 2044. So pay attention to that. When we talk about Scorpio's energy, you're also looking at your 8th house energy as well. So what's being lit up there? Let us see what's in store for our Scorpios. And let's not forget that Scorpio and Taurus play well together because they're opposition signs. So everything that's taking place with the Pluto energy, pay attention to Uranus that's in Taurus, which is the ruling sign to Aquarius. Pay attention to Jupiter that's in Taurus, which is about your expansions as well. So lots going on there. Card for Scorpio. Your card's in reverse. Makes sense to me. When we have a reverse card, it means there's a little resistance, and maybe we're just not ready to play right now. So the card here is about freedom. So as you do look at Pluto's energy, where are you transforming so you can have the freedom you're looking for? What are you letting go of so you can have the freedom you're looking for? Think of it that way, because that's that Pluto energy. What can you, when we talk about that Mercury energy, what patterns can you take a look at and perhaps release them so you can have the freedom you are desiring? That root chakra, this is about, again, tapping down into the earth, connecting to the earth's energy, connect to the earth star's energy so you can feel more grounded and supported so you can make the changes you need to make with Pluto's help. That 5 is all about change and freedom, recognizing the unpredictabilities that can come up and recognizing the courageousness that you may need to step into so you can get the freedom you're looking for. Love that for our Scorpios. Big deal. That's a big deal for Scorpios when we think about it because of that Pluto's energy and the opposition of Taurus, where both Jupiter and Uranus are playing there, at least for a little while. Jupiter is going to be moving out of Taurus as of May. And for now, just a little while, there's a lot of energy for those oppositions. We move into our Sagittarius. And remember, when we talk about Sagittarius energy, it is the opposition of Gemini. So Mercury is a big player right there. And when we also talk about Sagittarius, Jupiter is a big player because it's the ruling sign for Sagittarius. So the expansion that you are experiencing in your higher learning, your ability to travel, your ability for freedom, your ability for change. So let's see what's in store for our Sagittarius. Now for me, I happen to have Neptune in my 5th house in Sagittarius. So that's some changes going on right there for me. So let's see, for Sagittarius, what do we need to know? Sagittarius need to play more. Play more. Need to play in reference to the way you communicate. You need to play in reference to connecting with your body more. Learning to come back is what I'm hearing. Come back to the things you did as a child so you can play and not be so serious. Although I find it really interesting to have this conversation with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is probably the most free-minded, fun zodiac signs out there. Very few Sagittarius are ever sad. They always lead in that happy space just because that's who they are. However, the card's showing up as play, so allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to play in that Mercury's energy so you can really tap into your patterns. What patterns do you need to pay attention to? That 1, 6 is 7. So this is about learning to play so you can have more balance in your life. It's not just about the work. It's not just about the higher wisdom. It's not just about traveling for work. It's about play. So if you do want to travel, go travel so you can go someplace where you can play some more. Communication. Big player here in regards to communicating with spirit, connecting with your higher wisdom. So this is all Sagittarius energy. Tapping into your throat chakra so you can allow yourself to express yourself more in a more playful way with this Mercury's energy moving into Aquarius. Loving that. And allowing yourself to connect with your community. I'm hearing for you, Sagittarius, you may be connecting with a new community and meeting new people. And you love that change. All right. We move into our Capricorns. Now for Capricorns, you get to breathe now because Pluto is no longer in your sign. And that's a big thing. And with this new moon that's going to be in Aquarius this weekend, and the moon energy is the ruler of Cancer, which is your opposition sign. When we talk about Capricorns, it's about Saturn, your ruling sign of structure. And remember that Saturn right now is playing in Pisces energy. So there is some higher intuition taking place for you Capricorns. And again, look at your patterns when it comes to work. What can you let go of, and how can you use Mars energy? There goes your card. How can you use Mars energy to really align yourself so you can take your next step forward? This is a big energy for you Capricorn. Big energies. Queen and King. This is about your partnerships, whether it's partnership at work or partnership regarding your personal life. That 2 energy is very much associated with that Taurus and Venus energy. This is about the relationships you have, being able to value yourself more and value yourself enough that it's not always going to be hard work. Even though theoretically you Capricorns are all about hard work, diligent work, disciplined work. But allowing the masculine and feminine to step in here and this Aquarius energy that we have coming in, you may start to notice a shift in your community and more of your community supporting you on your journey so you don't have to work as hard is the word I'm hearing. So I'm loving that energy. That sacral energy is about you being able to show more in your confidence and allowing yourself just to recognize all that you have accomplished. Considering for some Capricorns, especially those who experience a Chiron in Capricorn, that is the wound of not feeling like you show up enough as a worker. You don't work hard enough. You feel like you got to constantly work harder. That Mercury in Aquarius may help you release that pattern. So Work on that feminine and masculine energy. Do more feminine and less masculine for a Capricorn. Love that. The Queen and King. We move into Aquarius. Well, for you Aquarius, whether you have sun, moon, rising, or any of these other planets in your sign, this is definitely going to be an extra extraordinary energy for you, where you get to really explode into your visions, into your power, into your community. There's such massive shifts going on for you. And by the way, happy birthday. We're all celebrating February birthdays. Let's see what's in store for our Aquarius. And keeping in mind, again, when we talk about Aquarians, I'm also looking at those who carry the Chiron moon in Aquarius, which is about not fitting in, not being able to fit in, not belonging. Again, that Mercury's energy allowing you to review your patterns. You're not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to be as unique and transparent, and I'm going to use the word weird, as you can possibly be, because that's just who you are. So if you do have a Chiron moon in Aquarius, allow that moon to shine. Allow that moon to shine, and allow that Venus in Aquarius to allow you to love who you are. Let's see what card we have in store. Just about 56 minutes in. I'm loving it. Perfect card for Aquarius, that 11 energy, reminding you that you are the master number. The 11th house is very much associated with Aquarius, which is the master healer. You are here to heal. You are here to hold that vision of yourself as being the best version of who you are, as authentically and as transparently as you can. See and tap into your higher self. Keep this in mind. Your higher self is you. That is your higher self. You are not working to be your higher self. You are already your higher self. It's that connection of your higher self already knowing all the things that he or she already knows, and you tapping into that energy so you can be as brilliant as you are. Tap into your crown energy to tap into your higher wisdom and see yourself as the visionary that you are. See yourself in that space of being patient enough to wanting to slow down enough so you can learn what you need to learn, and just being that authentic version of yourself, and just extending yourself out and feeling into this energy. Break all the rules that you wish to break, awaken to what you need to wake up to, and allow yourself just to be. Love that for Aquarius, that higher self energy. Let's see what's in store for our Pisces. Pisces being the last zodiac sign out of the 12, Pisces holds all the energy of all 12 zodiac signs. Remember, Pisces, you do have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, spiritual gifts, and your spiritual expansion as well, and Neptune, which is about your spiritual wisdom that you are here to tap into. They're both, not Neptune. Let me come back. Lost my train of thought there. You do have Saturn in Pisces, which is about your structure, your foundation, your karmic reset, your karmic cycle for that matter, and also boundaries. So there's some big energies coming through on that. And in addition, as Pisces, you do have Neptune in your sign as well, which is about your higher wisdom. This is about your spiritual awakening. Neptune's energy is about your spiritual awakening. We have Neptune that's going to be getting ready to transit out of Pisces on April 1st, moving into Aries. So after this year, this will be the last time Neptune gets to play in Pisces energy. Saturn's going to be there for a little while longer. So just hang in there. Use those two planets, Saturn and Neptune, to sort of help you through this evolution that you're experiencing right now. And let's see what's in store. Want to give a shout out to Michelle that just popped in. Hello, my love. Thank you so much for the love you just sent me. So what's in store for our Pisces? Oops, there goes the card. I love when the cards just fly out the deck. So for Pisces, so interesting. Your card's in reverse. Now, again, if you're not familiar with a reverse card just means there's a little resistance Something I'm going to say is going to trigger you. And also that chakra needs a little bit of work. So the word is intuition. And that's quite interesting for Pisces because, again, Pisces is the most intuitive sign there is. With Neptune being in your sign right now, this is really tapping into your ability of your higher wisdom, your spiritual intuition wisdom that's going to activate and expand to the deepest level possible. It's also about the boundaries that you do have. So if you are not tapping into your intuition, if for whatever the reasons are, you're second guessing it or you're just not believing in it, that could be why the card's in reverse. So again, looking at Mercury, where are your patterns? What patterns do you need to let go of? Look at Mars. How can you bring your intuition into alignment so you can take your next step forward? And with Venus, how can you tune into your body? Pisces being the most intuitive and psychic sign out there, you are definitely attuned with your body. So maybe it really is about getting more into your body. What do you need to do to embody your body? Movement is key. Get yourself connected with your body. That 2-4. This is about that 6 energy. This is about scheduling time to sit in your intuition. Quiet yourself down. Connect to meditation. Connect with your spirit guides. Get out to nature. Whatever it is that you need to do to really tap into your intuition, to start scheduling that time to tune in and get the wisdom that you need to get. That's the intuition for Pisces. Utilize this energy. So again, if you're not activating your wisdom, your intuition, this is the time to do just that. All right, we're just about an hour in and I'm almost done. So I just want to remind you again, when you're coming back to watch this on the replay, you want to take a look at all of your signs, sun, moon, ascending, which is your rising sign. Pay attention to where these placements are. Pay attention to Aquarius, your 11th house. Pay attention to Mercury. Pay attention to Mars. Pay attention to Venus and, of course, Pluto. These are your big players, and the moon for that matter. These are the big players that are going to be activated over those 4 days from February 16th to February 20th. We're going to have those 4 days where this energy is going to help us move into our visions and see and connect with our communities of people that's cheering us on. Whatever color showed up based on the card that's associated with everything you're looking at, do the work. Do the work. So again, I want to leave you off with and remind you, if you've never had a 15-minute complimentary session with me and you would like to receive one, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Remember to put in the memo that you saw the astrology portal live, and I'll know to connect with you because I get lots of emails. And if you don't put that in the memo, I am going to overlook your email and you will not get to reach out to me. So again, that's anybody who has never had a complimentary 15-minute session with me before, excuse me, or a complimentary session of any time with me before, please go ahead and redeem it today. And I would love to help you discover who you are from a soul level. Until next time, thank you so much for being with me tonight, enjoying my company. I enjoyed yours. And I promise I will be back real soon to talk about some more energies with each and every one of you. Remember, let me just show it out right now. Remember to go over to astro.com to grab your free natal chart so you can read along when I'm chatting about your astrology charts and to discover who you are on a soul level. Bye-bye for now.